SME Market Hub. Buy, sell, list, connect.
Hi guys, my name is Cornelia O'Dwyer and we are at Bungalow on Akinade Shola in Victoria Island for another sizzling episode of Real Talk. Join me. On Real Talk today we have Emmanuel Ikubese, actor, model and host, Ono Bello, popular blogger and fashion enthusiast, and Ikechukwu, musician and actor. Hello guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to Real Talk. Let's just do air kisses. Hello. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
How are you? You look lovely. Handsome guys.
You look beautiful.
I have eye candy again today. I always welcome that. But I'm going to jump to the ladies first.
Okay.
So I gave you guys a prelude as to what we're talking about. And I was watching TV and I wanted to say, I was looking at celebrities on these celeb channels and entertainment portals. And I noticed that there were so many celebrities that had dated much younger guys. I mean, J-Lo, Demi Moore. And I felt like it wasn't the same with guys. There are guys that have dated significantly younger guys. But I felt that, it wasn't as common with guys, dating in the media. At least they don't expose it as much as they do it when it's a cougar. So why do you think, let me start with you, why do you think that stereotype of women and men is more prominent than men dating much younger women?
Of course, I would date a younger guy. It depends. Number one, for me, it depends on his level of maturity.
How much younger, sorry?
I would probably not go less than 5 years.
Younger than you? Okay.
Yeah, younger than me, and yeah, because, yes, in Lagos, there are guys that are, I've met guys that are 5 years younger than I am, and they're really mature, and they have prospects. They're working. They're footing their bills. They're able to do things for themselves. So for me, it's not really about age. Yeah, I put a 5-year limit because I believe I'm in my 30s, and I believe a guy that is probably in his late 20s or early, he should be working now. So he should have a job. He should be able to hold his own, So probably a guy younger might not really work for me because I think I'm a really mature person and I'm very independent. So I would want a guy that, would have that same sense of direction for me. So dating a younger guy is not an issue, but I'll put a 5-year cap on it. For me, will I, will I put it out there? Will I own it? My relationships are very private. Personally, I wouldn't put it out there because I don't put any of my relationships out there. But, people around me would know. I don't really need to let people know how old the guy is. In fact, I wouldn't even tell any of my friends how old he is. Except it comes
out. It's not a girly question. If, I'm your friend and I'm, asking you, I'm how old is the guy? Where's he from? Those are questions.
I would say we're age mates. Yeah. Because I don't want my friends to disrespect him. Yeah. Because women can be very judgmental when it comes to relation. We talk about our friends' relationships to our other friends and things like that. So I wouldn't want my friends to disrespect him. So, I would probably just say we're age mates.
Personally, to me, I don't think age is actually an issue. And funny enough, I think I've actually dated maybe in my whole life of dating people. I shouldn't say, right? Yeah.
More older women. You've dated more older women than younger women.
I think I have dated more older, but reason is going to university. I was really young going to university, and I didn't want people to perceive me as that young guy in university. So I added 5 years.
So you went for the big chicks.
I added 5 years to my age going into university. And yeah, so I was friends now with people who were 5 years or 6 years older than me, trying to catch up. So I ended up dating girls at that level. I ended up doing a lot of things at that level. I was very mature. I grew up very fast. I was the first, and I've always been this guy that wanted to do a lot of things, and I didn't want age to be a limit for me. So I went a lot. So I found myself in that space where, and funny enough, they never even used to ask hey, how old are we?
So they didn't know.
They didn't know.
And you didn't open up.
I opened up, but they still don't believe me.
No,
the truth is, no, they don't.
Know that he's younger than
I'm telling
them,
you, the truth is, they don't know. And
now they know.
No, now they know. No. I mean, I told them at some point, I don't like this show.
Because you remembered us.
I don't like this show. I don't feel like that. Oh my goodness. But the truth is, I actually told some of them. At one point, I was I think I was 21. university. I think I was turning 24 or something. And of course, I was turning, amongst my friends, I was turning like 28 or 29.
Wait,
you know,
so did you fake an age?
I didn't fake. I just
Okay,
said I
they just
added 5.
assumed,
They just
yeah.
assumed,
Okay.
you know. And because I was always, so I told them, you know what, guys, I'm actually turning 24. They're like, come on, you two like to joke, get out of here. You know, I'm serious. I don't know if they took it seriously or not, but yeah.
So are you like him occasionally?
Say that
Would
again?
you date an older woman?
I have.
Have you? Yeah.
I have.
Okay.
have.
Do you prefer
Several
older
times
women
in my
to
life.
young- Do you prefer older women to younger?
For certain reasons, yes. For certain reasons, no. What you come to find?
What's your benchmark in terms of age?
I don't think there's a
But
benchmark.
why are we putting a benchmark on love?
This,
We have to now in the society that we live
I don't
in.
even think that every woman you get intimate with ends up being a love situation. It doesn't have to happen all the
It
time.
might not even be
you know?
dating.
Let me just
See, this is the
dating
thing.
an older woman.
This is the thing.
Married to an older woman.
I feel like the parameters that people look at automatically, like reflex, right, are the wrong parameters. When you're looking at someone that you're planning or curious about, whatever the case may be, the first thing you react to is not her age, because you don't even know her age. First is the stimuli.
yeah.
The first stimuli is physicality, right? And then you approach, if you have the balls, you know, and then from the approach, you know, you begin to feel out. So now it's interactive, you get me? And then it proceeds before you even, so you're already attracted to this person, you're already making connections with this person on different levels prior to even knowing what age the person is or not. It's only in a case where the person demonstrates some kind of naivete or immaturity that you now begin to question, how old is this person? You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that there's social penalties within Nigeria, let's sort of leave that celebrity world, for dating a significantly younger woman or a significantly older man?
Well,
Younger guy, yeah.
I would answer both ways. For dating a younger guy, of course, there are penalties. You're like an old woman that can't find a man to marry you, and you're taking advantage of a young guy. Even if he's just a couple of years younger, his mother won't like you, his family won't like you because they will think you're using the brother. And you know,
You're probably successful
yeah.
because he's probably using you.
He's probably even using you, but everybody is thinking that, you know, because you're a few years older than him, or maybe you're a bit more successful than he is, and, you know, they'll probably think maybe you've used the better years of your life in probably dating men that didn't settle down with you. And, you know, people around you will judge you. Even if you guys have something good going on and you guys are in love, everybody will judge you. That's the thing. Then for dating an older man, you know, it's only in Nigeria I can see that a girl that is probably in her 20s will feel so comfortable sitting down with a man that is in his 70s and having lunch.
70s.
Yes.
You know, yeah, I'm just saying, having lunch, and it's normal.
Yeah.
It's not, for me, I don't
I
see.
still find it abnormal. Like,
Yeah,
it's never
I do.
normal to me.
I try not to stare when I see them out, but I'm like, what is this young girl doing with this older man? You know,
Gaining knowledge, building bridges, trying to lock down a contract, you know,
So do you think that
expanding her
celebrities get away
network.
with it more?
I don't think celebrities get away with it. I think they get the backlash from even their fans or people around them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, let's take a look at, like you mentioned, Peter Okoye and Lola Omatayo. They're totally in love. They have kids.
Are they that much older than you? Like, what's
I
the
think
age
she's
difference?
about. I'm not sure of how many.
I think they're mates, actually.
No, they're not mates. But whatever the case is, you know, even before they got married, they were like, you know, I was getting messages from people around. Do you know she's older than him? She's older than him. You know, I think Darius' wife is older than him as well. You know, but you know, we're just putting that age is a big factor in our society. We're not looking beyond age and say, okay, does this person make this person happy? You know, are they in love? You know, we.
But I think
always
if we
do
do
that.
look at age, because maturity doesn't have
Well,
to do with age, but in a way it
exactly.
does.
No,
like,
it
I'm sort of, I
That's the
don't
truth.
think it works
I
that
don't
way all the
think-
time.
I think that's where we're getting it wrong. As a young guy, if you hang out with people who are much older than you, you gain maturity. Have you realized you gain maturity? So as a woman, if you find a guy who is younger than you, you bring him closer to you. You know, as long
But
as
that's
you
what I'm
guys.
saying. You see, that's the mistake that you make, because you try and think you can pull somebody closer to your level of maturity, and you need years to grow to that point. So
Darling,
age does
have you
matter.
also not seen women who are old but still show immaturity?
Absolutely. We're
You know,
all capable
I think
of that.
when it comes to emotions, we tend to find some level of immaturity. you know, a guy who has been hurt, you find him crying, that's immaturity, you know, or something.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Those are his
What I mean is
feelings.
not whining. I mean showing pain when you're, you know, when you've been hurt. You know, there are some things that you do that you do based on that your reaction to being hurt or something. And sometimes you take some immature acts. Even older people do it. We all can testify to that.
No, I think we're losing. I think we're losing where this age thing is coming from. We're Africans.
Yeah.
We have to remember that we have our culture. We have our culture. In our culture, you know, a man is meant to be older than a woman when you're dating or when you're married. That is the culture. I was brought up to the tradition. My dad is older than my mom. My sisters, when they go out to start dating, they're dating guys older than them, even if it's just 2 years or whatever. That is the culture. We're not white people. Yeah, we're now exposed that a lot of us went abroad to school. And you know,
for preaching.
a lot of us went abroad to school, and you know, a lot of we were exposed to a whole lot of things. And you know, we begin to come back and we have this idea that, you know, it's about happiness. It's about being in love. It's no longer about, you know, having a guy that is years older than you and you're stuck in a marriage or in a relationship that you're not happy with. So for me, especially for women like myself, I would not, I don't want to sound too harsh or too rigid. I will not date a guy because he's older than me or because maybe my parents think, oh, he can probably take care of me more. I would date a guy because I'm after my happiness, because I want to be in a marriage and be in it for life.
That's what, in my life experience, that's what I've come to conclude on. At the end of the day, if you're going to judge based on age, you will find out that when you're dealing with a woman, when the woman is more about her pleasures and her comfortability and her happiness, she's older.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, seriously.
Yeah.
When a woman is all about how much attention you're showing her and how much dough you got or how much dough you're spending on her and all that kind of stuff and how good you guys look together.
Yeah, she's younger.
The priorities shift.
She's younger.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
It's the truth.
So I'm going to come back to you. You know, we're talking about having such a huge age gap and perhaps you dating a woman who was much older than you. Do you find that that could cause disrespect down the line? Are you comfortable as a man dating somebody that mature? And her being the breadwinner?
Okay,
God forbid.
That's
You cannot be the breadwinner.
That's a bit not too
You
much.
see that reaction right there?
Yeah.
Like-
That's typical African. It's not typical Nigerian. It's typical. Actually, no. Let me take that back. That's typical Nigerian.
Nigerian, right?
That's typical Nigerian.
You know, I think a woman being the breadwinner, it takes away what we as an African man, we are built for, what we're about. What we're supposed to do is take care of the woman and all of that. In this age or in this century or in this generation that we find ourselves, it's not wrong when a woman contributes to the home. Personally, I love a strong woman. I love a woman who has a thing going on for her. I love a woman that I can have an intelligent conversation with. I love a woman who can advise me on what to do. You know, I'm a guy that loves to do my thing. Anybody who's around me knows me that I'm always up and running to do my stuff. You know, and I definitely love to be with someone who has their own thing going, that if, you know, babe, man, we need to try and do this thing, you know. So I love that kind of thing. But have been the breadwinner and I'm just chilling back, well, that can happen to me. But a guy who takes that, I think that's where you now bring certain things for yourself, where the woman can talk down on you, and
Disrespect,
you know,
resentment.
and that's where people now tag the age bracket, and that's where I think it now becomes an issue.
Yeah, I go marry small people.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's where it becomes. But I think a situation whereby, even if she's older than you, and you have your thing going on, she has a thing going on,
Everything is kosher.
I think it's good. You know, I think that's perfect. I think that's fine. I don't think, as long as, like you said, as long as you both have the chemistry, you both have a connection, you have things working out for you, you guys understand yourself, perfecto.
else?
Let it go. You know.
We decided to take real talk to the streets.
For me, as I dey like this, man no lie, I no fit. Ain't go dey look say, after all, no be way me you wan marry, na wetin I get. Because if woman wey old pass me fit talk say whether me I go marry am, she go dey believe say me I never get and I wan get. And that point fit make am think say na because of wetin she get, na im make me wan follow am. Meanwhile, love no exist again, so mo no talk about that one.
Okay, I no fit marry man wey be say I old pass am. Number one, he go dey beat me for house and a small pikin. Or when he don old, he no go fit, me and him no go fit dey flex together like that. So I can't marry him for that reason.
I can marry someone reach on 40 years or 38 years. If someone reach 40 years, you know, when he reach 30 years or 28 years, he's supposed to find one to marry. You can't wait to 40 years or 38 years before you will marry.
Yes, of course. Reason be say, that man, if I date am, maybe the man get money for hand and he young pass me, or I big pass am. Now the money I get after, I go marry the man. As far as say the man dey okay for me. If you get money but you get this thing again, I fit marry am now. That man can die young. Very soon I marry you, can get.
I can't marry a woman that is older than me now. At least a young woman that will marry, at least I should at least be 4 or 5 years ahead of her. I can't marry a woman that is the same age with me or even older than me.
That is younger than me. No, I cannot. Because his own thinking is lower. And sorry, his own thinking and my thinking is going to be together, working together. He cannot act more mature than me. Let us, me as I am, as a woman, you know, woman, we do have knowledge more than men in terms of business and everything. It will be as if I'm the one putting him through instead of him putting me through. So I cannot.
Well, you can join the conversation by using the hashtag NDANIREALTALK. If you have a topic you would like us to discuss, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at NDANITV. Until next time, see you on Real Talk.
Hey, what's up, guys? They call me DJ Spinner, aka The Cap. You enjoyed the video you just watched? Please subscribe NDANI TV. Just click below and subscribe, and you can watch more amazing videos.